Hey, Robin Openshaw here. I'm the Green Smoothie Girl, and I have a great tip for you for how to use up greens. Okay, if you've got a lot of greens, and this is another tip besides freezing them for green smoothies. Here's something I like to do, and quick story before I show you this 3-ingredient recipe that you can literally make in 60 seconds. So quick and easy. But quick story, when I was 27, I had an ectopic pregnancy. And instead of it being in the fallopian tube, like you've heard of ectopic pregnancy or tubal pregnancy, it wasn't in the tube, it was on my ovary. Didn't know I was pregnant, it exploded. I was out of town, it exploded. And I ended up in the hospital, and I almost bled out by the time they cut me open and cut that ovary off. And you know what was crazy is I had to convalesce for like 2 months. I had 2 months where I could barely stand up. I had lost so much of my blood supply. Well, guess what? The whole time I was convalescing, I craved sauteed spinach. And I never had before, and I really haven't since. But you know what's crazy, and the reason I thought I'd show you this is and some of my kids love it, so I make this for my son Tennyson all the time. I don't know if he's iron deficient or what, but isn't that crazy that I every single day crave giant bowls full of sauteed spinach after I had lost half my blood supply? Well, that makes sense, right? We need iron. And spinach is a very great source of iron. So lately I've been craving this again, and you know what I realized? I just gave blood. I haven't given blood in years because I did it so much that I made a lot of scar tissue in my veins. So of course now I'm craving spinach because I just gave blood a week ago. So isn't it amazing how the body knows what it needs? So here's what we're gonna do. I don't put a ton of olive oil in, but couple tablespoons, and then this is garlic. You can never have too much garlic, right? And guess what? If you eat garlic and your partner eats garlic, neither one of you has bad breath. True fact. Actually, I haven't fact checked that, but I read it. All right, so I'm gonna put the garlic in first. I coarsely chop it because nothing is yummier than a big chunk of sauteed garlic. And I get this going. Johnny babe, can you see the camera? Move it if you have to a little bit. I want you to see this magical process here and how fast this turns into a bowl of sauteed spinach. I mean, this is just amazing. My son loves this because he can make it for himself super, super fast. I use like a medium-high heat, and then look what happens when you stir it. So if you feel like you need iron, if you're feeling low in energy and you suspect you're low in iron, or you've had your hematocrit tested and you are occasionally low in iron, this is a great way to get more of it in your diet. But check this out. Look at how fast this shrinks. I'm going to take this whole tub of spinach. And when I'm done, this is what I was eating every day. Like, they could not get enough spinach in me. I should have had a blood transfusion, and the doctor who, when I was out of town and did this emergency surgery, they just slashed me open, slashed my abdomen open, and he told me later that I should have had a transfusion, but he didn't want to give me some foreign blood supply. He didn't know that my mother and father-in-law were sitting in the lobby with my same blood type. People I would have trusted to give me blood. But I grew my own blood with the help of a lot of Popeye's favorite food. So check that out, that whole entire tub of spinach. And it becomes, if you're like me in Tennyson, and you love sauteed spinach, it'll literally become a big giant one serving of saute. And you know what this would be really good with? If you eat animal products, see, I'm happy with these by itself. But like 2 over easy eggs on top of it. Wouldn't that be a delicious breakfast or lunch? But as you can see, it's really shrinking down. This is a great way to use up greens. And you know what? Spinach is my favorite for this purpose, but you can do this with chard. You could do this with kale. And depending on how sauteed you like it, you could stop at any point right now, but I'll show you down to where I like it. Can you believe how you just shrunk the bulk out of an entire tub of greens? Now, I'm a fan of raw greens, so don't quit your green smoothies for this. However, when you need to get your iron up, or if you just enjoy a good saute like I do, there's any number of other things that you could put in here. Sliced almonds are amazing in this too. Add a little crunch, add a little protein. How about that? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tip. Great way to use up extra greens. Haven't tried it with frozen greens, but I bet it would work. So